site where anyone is free to basically steal anything they want and get a ridiculous amount of traction and much more than the original poster. But there also exists a somehow larger community of people that go to those posts on Reddit and just read them and post that on YouTube. And I just want to be clear that you can still do funny things with it, and it can still be a format that's entertaining, like, for example, the channel Soot House.
Why does he sound like a ghost?
But you have to know that it's sort of like a spectrum. And as content slowly goes further and further down, you start to get to the very, very bottom of the barrel of these Reddit videos. And soon enough, it's just
A wretched hive of scum and villainy.
in which people just read the thing, say the joke, and then do the same thing several hundred times. And I think I found someone that is at the very, very bottom of the barrel, the bottom of the bottom. His name is GioFilms? GioFilms? Okay, so I'm just gonna be calling him Mr. Films for now, just so I don't have to question what I'm saying every single time. But wait 1 second. Because this is supposed to be more of a criticism to his actual content so we can improve it, and less of a hate video just like, I don't like your content's bad, I hate it, you're dumb. What I'm actually trying to get at is that there are ways that he can actually improve his content, and I realize, being as this is my first video on the channel, this might not be the best way to have a first impression, but hear me out. I'm just trying to point out the flaws in his content, and with that, let's begin. As soon as you search up his channel, you can see he has 400 videos and well over 1 million subscribers, which at first you're like, okay, maybe I can respect this dude if he's gonna be like putting out content frequently. But then you look at his content and then you see how he has so many videos. They're the same. They're all the same video. The same video. The same video. Really the same video. But you know, they always tell us not to judge a book by its cover. So let's take a look at what his content is.
It really annoys me as a cat owner.
Whenever I see a cat with a collar, I take it off.
He hasn't
do that since childhood.
He hasn't really annoys me as a cat owner.
He's not whenever I see a cat with a collar.
Still the same video. Every single one of his videos, even from the very first video he's had on the channel, which is, he's probably deleted some of his older uploads, but the one thing they have in common is they're the same. Big surprise. But maybe the selection of videos he has, maybe that's unique.
Guess what? They're all the same.
Yeah, even the content he's reading off, that obviously isn't his, even that's not totally original, because he keeps going through the same subreddit over and over. Like, for example, his most recent video is called r/facebomb, which is like a subreddit, which isn't important because he's made 26 videos on that one subreddit. Like he made 25 and he was like, wait a minute, just wait a second. Yeah, the people need another one. Also, before we start content highlights, I just have a small nitpick. Just randomly between the posts, he just has like this really, really loud like sound. It's just like
V-Bucks giveaway.
Sorry, what?
And I guess it's for like comedic effect, but the comedy is all gone when it's like 3 times louder than anything in your video, and it's just like that's really more of a nitpick than anything else, as I said. So let's get into welcome to Content Highlights, where we look at his content and find highlights. So I had to look through several hours of his videos to make this video. And I think I found one of, if not his worst videos out of all, what, 400 something? 392 videos.
Ding, 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 ding! Good answer!
And Mr. Films' worst video is probably r/Young People YouTube Best Post number 8, which is, of course, a long-awaited sequel in the massive and ever-going anthology of r/Young People YouTube Best Post. If you don't know what r/Young People YouTube is, it's a subreddit which is just about, you know, kids being on YouTube and in the comments and just, you know, typing out weird stuff, because kids are pretty weird. Let's take a little bit of a look at what makes his content just so bad. So this is where his commentary kicks in, so let's see what that is.
Oh, when I was watching this video, my tooth fell out. Like my comment if your tooth fell out this month. It's specific, I mean, not many people lose their tooth watching a Morgs video.
So after watching all of these videos, I found that he only really has 2 types of jokes, maybe a third. The first one is just saying what the joke is.
Okay, yeah, this is totally me when I finish my cotton candy, but there's still more of my fingers to eat. It's a very specific comparison.
Or he just says the opposite of what the joke is, because I think he's trying to be sarcastic, but it's so forced and there's like 0 subtlety, so it just comes out like this.
Now, you know, I remember watching this at 7 or 6 years old, but I am 9 now. Memories will never font. Wow, you've grown up to be so old.
And I guess like the kind of third one that I mentioned before is where he just does a funny voice. Then there's times where he doesn't get the joke, and keep in mind, he chooses all of the posts, and sometimes he doesn't even understand them. So you get stuff like this.
So amazing. Can someone explain how he is singing without moving his mouth? No, it's just a still photo.
And keep in mind, he's choosing all of the posts to read, and some of them he's for some reason just doesn't understand. So why would you put them in the video in the first place? Why? So he does the same thing over and over again, and then the video ends. Yep. Yeah. The video just ends, that's all. And the saddest part was, this is one of his videos. All of the, 392 whatever videos, they're all basically like this. I just thought this one was particularly terrible with all of his jokes and commentary. And even his oldest video is still up, which was from 2 years ago. The same thing, the same annoying bleeps that are like really, really loud, the same intro music, the same everything. The only thing that really changes is his voice, which isn't even him doing anything. One of my other personal favorites of his is his 3rd most popular video. With over 4 million views, is number 5 in the almighty r/Entitled Parents Best Post of All Time saga. If you don't know, Entitled Parents is just where people make up stories that really happened about, you know, parents just like being crazy. I had to watch this video in 2 times speed. It was that painful. And get this, you know, it's 12 minutes. There are 3 posts. 3 posts, and he does his best to drag them all out very, very slowly. So the first story Mr. Films decides to read is basically this mom wanted to take a phone from someone else for her son. And let's see what insightful commentary Mr. Films is gonna give to us.
I mean, I don't blame him. That entitled parent sounds horrible. You can't just ask someone to give you something that's not yours in the first place. That's not how the world works.
Maybe that's just like a standout. Maybe that reaction was just worse than the other ones, and I just happened to pick a bad one. So let's look at his reaction to the next story. Now the next story is basically the same thing, but just replace the phone with a bicycle, and then apparently like the parent drives after them. You know, all these stories are obviously not true. But let's see what Mr. Films has to say about this.
Oh my gosh. Imagine someone chasing you with their car because they want a bike. What the hell?
Yep, he just says what happened and then says what the hell. So it's time to conclude. low effort videos on the same thing all the time with overused jokes that aren't funny, then people are gonna start realizing that and get sick of these videos. Oh wait, what's that? Oh. Well, maybe not. My point is that his content is pretty lazy, and I feel like he can make it a lot better. For example, by adding more jokes and maybe having a little more of a script, you know? Maybe he can invite people onto his channel to do it with him. Because through well over 2 years of content, he hasn't really been entertaining whatsoever, so maybe he'd be more entertaining with another person on the channel. I don't know. Thanks for watching this first YouTube video, and I'll hopefully see you again pretty soon. Make sure to like and subscribe because people forget that there's a like and subscribe button all the time, and I will see you